Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Jeremy here with another review video. Today we're reviewing a mini-series that was just released on HBO Max called DMZ, stands for Demilitarized Zone. If you haven't heard anything about this series or know nothing at all, definitely go check out the trailer. Or if you have access to HBO Max straight away, it's live streaming on there now. This is a mini-series, so it's only 4 episodes long. It's directed by DuVernay, who's a very famous director, has done fantastic films like Selma and 13th and wonderful films. So just to give you a little bit of a synopsis, a civil war has broken out in the United States, and the two battling factions are basically caught on either side of the Manhattan River, and so the island of Manhattan becomes the DMZ, Demilitarized Zone, in the middle, separating the two factions. When the island gets evacuated, obviously, as always happens, people get left behind, people get separated from their families and what have you. So this series really just focuses on a mother who got separated from her child during the evacuation. She's been searching for her son for 8 years, and the only place where she hasn't looked is the DMZ. So this mini-series focuses on her entering into the DMZ, searching for her lost son, and all the chaos that ensues following that. It is based on a comic book series by, I believe, DC, and you'll see that throughout the kind of the show. There are little references to DC comic characters here and there, just kind of referencing the source material. However, if you are not a comic book fan, that does not matter. This mini-series is fantastic, and it's got a little bit of something for everyone. So basically, getting down to the nuts and bolts, scripting was fantastic. There were, you're wrapped up in the story from start to finish. You're 100% on board with these characters and what's going on. So I could not fault the storytelling whatsoever. Same with the costuming. Costuming was, everything had its place. Everything fit perfectly. There wasn't anything out of place. And even you find yourself at times going, oh, I really like that jacket, or oh, I really like that, I wish I could get my hands on something like that. So fantastic. So storytelling, scripting, costuming, all fantastic. The visual effects and the scope of what's going on was fantastic as well. Really, like, once you kind of was in the opening, the first episode, they kind of give you an idea of the magnitude and the scope of what Manhattan is like now, 8 years on, after basically being abandoned by the greater populace and the governments and everything. Things are overgrown, worn out, this, that, and the other. They did a really great job on the visuals, kind of representing what's happened and where this is all at. I mean, being someone who's been to Manhattan, I was there many years ago, and just it's at its peak. It's just a spectacular place to be. Seeing what they've done here and how they've represented it kind of in this post-war zone type scenario, it's quite spectacular. So they definitely did a great job on the visuals there. Now, the casting. This is the exciting bit for me. fantastic casting. Rosario Dawson is the lead, playing obviously the mother looking for her son. I am a massive Rosario Dawson fan. I love her. I've been a fan of hers ever since I first saw her in Kevin Smith films back in the 90s, early to mid 90s. I think she's one of the most underrated actresses in Hollywood today. She's never delivered a bad performance. Everything she's been in is phenomenal, and this is no different. She is absolutely fantastic in this show, essentially as the lead, and they couldn't have picked anyone better, in my opinion. So Rosario Dawson is number one in my opinion for this. Absolutely fantastic. Benjamin Bratt, who everyone knows from various different movies. Probably most women will recognise him from Miss Congeniality. But he's been in many hundreds of films and shows and everything. Again, absolutely phenomenal performance in this. He looks fantastic. He looks the part. He is brilliant. Just you can't slice it any other way. He is brilliant in this, as he is in most things. But definitely, big thumbs up for Benjamin Bratt in DMZ. Freddie Mayers, I believe his name is, young actor. I don't think I've seen him in anything else. I think this is the first thing I've seen him in. Again, brilliant performance. Also, just want to list off two more names. Hoon Lee, who's been in many different things. Again, stellar performance from him. But the biggest highlight I'd like to mention is a very young actor by the name of Jordan Preston. He, in this show, was the emotional anchor for me. He was the emotional draw. I mean, I don't want to give anything away. Obviously, I don't want to give. This is a non-spoiler review. I don't want to give anything specific away. But Jordan Preston delivered an absolute phenomenal performance, which is great considering he is the youngest actor in the cast. He's the youngest and obviously least experienced because of that. But his performance in this series was just absolutely phenomenal. Words don't describe it. As I said, he was the emotional anchor for me all the way through, from episode 1 all the way through to episode 4. I always wanted to know what was going on with him and what have you. So, I mean, as much as I love Rosario Dawson, and I will watch anything she touches. Jordan was the standout of this specific show. So there you have it. So that's the majority of the cast. As I said, look, I did not have a single issue with any of the casting. As I said, they all delivered stellar performances. Whoever was in charge of casting for this show obviously did a fantastic job. So absolutely. So look, all in all, fantastic miniseries. Like I said, it's only 4 episodes. Each episode is about 50 minutes, give or take long. So we binge watched it in 2 days, basically. 3. 2 episodes. 1 episode each night for the first 2 nights, and then we binged the last 2 episodes last night. So it's not going to take a lot of your time. But it's definitely worth a watch. It's absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. So look, as a rating, I'm going to give it. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, everything was fantastic in terms of casting, cinematography, directing, all of that. It only being 4 episodes, maybe it's a little bit rushed. Maybe they could have stretched it out to 5, maybe even 6. Because a lot of things these days on streaming services are about 7 episodes. So they probably could have, maybe got another episode or 2 out of it. So a little bit rushed, maybe. Also, me personally, there were a couple of things, I suppose, that were supposed to be surprises. But to me personally, and maybe it's a sign that I watch too many of these things. But there were a couple of things that may have supposed to have been a surprise to the viewer, which I kind of saw coming from a mile away. But look, that being said, it didn't diminish the story. It didn't take away from the story. It was just kind of maybe some of those things that were supposed to hit you, as a shock or what have you, didn't shock me personally. So that's why personally I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. But like I said, look, it's well worth the watch if you've got access to HBO, or I believe it's also streaming on Foxtel if you're in Australia. You won't. It's one of those things. It's worth a watch. You won't be disappointed. You won't go, that's 4 hours of my life I'm never going to get back. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's definitely well worth a watch. So that is my spoiler-free review of HBO's DMZ. Do yourself a favour, check it out. If you do, feel free to put down in the comments, let me know what you thought of it. Also, if there's anything specific that you would like to see me review, please also whack it down in the comments. Your feedback is always appreciated. I'm always looking for ideas of things that we can review on this channel. So if there's something specific that you would like to see, chuck it down in the comments. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. The more of you who view these videos and hit the like button, that sends it out into the algorithm that these videos should be promoted to other people who may be interested in. So please help me beat the algorithm. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're looking for more content, please check out my Instagram at Jackednnerdy. Lots of content on there as well. We've got unboxing videos coming out every Tuesday, and obviously these review videos coming out every Thursday. Lots of content coming up over the next couple of weeks and or months. Again, if there's something specific that you would like to see me do an unboxing or review video of, chuck it down in the comments. I do read them, so let me know. Okay, so that is it for today. Until next time, stay jacked and stay nerdy.